Hello, people of YouTube. I recently just published a video going over the video monitor playback on your phone as you fly the Mavic Air and the Mavic Pro. 655 feet, and it's pretty much just a dot. If you haven't seen that already, I'm gonna link it in the description below. Then, oh, and there's some video signal breakup. Look at that. Look at that. This is part 2 to that video. In the first video, I did everything in full auto mode. Instead of pre-selecting 2.4 or 5.8, I just went ahead and let the Go4 app do it all on its own. And that's what that video was. This video, I'm gonna manually be going through and selecting different frequencies to see how the Air holds up compared to the Pro back here in the mountains. Now, the reason the other video was all auto, I believe that many users of the Mavic Air are going to use it in that way. Most people will hook their phones up, let it connect, and go fly it. It is defaulted to automatically choose the best signal, or so it's supposed to. I appreciate you guys for sticking with me and watching me with these videos. I'm no different than you. I'm just a guy that likes drones and enjoys the hobby as well as so many other things. That's why you will see other things on my channel besides just drone tutorials. I do a lot of other stuff here. I do have a playlist that is just drones only. So if you are here and you just want to see my drone stuff, you can go and just see the drones only playlist there. Some of these... Huh? Is that you, Gina? After that last video, I went and talked to a couple of my YouTube creator friends. They're the ones who brought up going back in and manually changing the connection to 5.8. I went out and I did film that while I was in Austin. I want to go ahead and share those results with you and show you what happened. After that, I want to go ahead and take the camera out and go to one of my favorite spots here in the mountains and redo this entire test and see if it makes a difference. And at the end of this video, you'll see everything summed up. So now stay tuned for what was filmed back in Austin, Texas. I had such crappy results, and I seem to always have such crappy results. A couple of my drone buddies from Drones United, as well as Drones and Electric Unicycles, suggested that I try setting the Wi-Fi connection manually. Right now it's in a 2.4 gigahertz signal, and I want to try a 5.8 gigahertz signal. Hit record on the flight. And let's see how far it goes this time. It's a beautiful day here in Austin, Texas. And so far, signal staying strong at 500 feet. But here's the thing that I don't get. These guys are right, and switching it to a 5.8 frequency fixes my issue. Then why doesn't it do that in auto mode? Like, why do I manually have to do that? Why doesn't the app correctly choose the strongest slot for your signal? So far, we're 1,600 feet. But still, so far so good, and we're at 2,200 feet. Well, this is about where I started having issues on the last flight. I'm past 2,500 feet. Wow. This changes everything. I'm flying way further than I did the other day. 3,500 feet, and that's far enough. My signal feed is strong as can be. I'm having no problems on my screen, and that's even with screen recorder going on at the same time. And there, I just had some weird interference being close up. As of now, I've tested it once on auto, once manually choosing a 5.8 gigahertz frequency, and I had no issues the second time. The first time you saw all the issues, second time, none at all. I'd have to say these test results are sort of inconclusive. The only thing I can do now is take this baby back home to the mountains and see if I have any of these artifacts or weird screen lags there. Getting close to the top. Whew. Climbed up here with my Mavic Pro and Mavic Air to do a distance test video. Now I'm obviously back here in the Rocky Mountains, and this is just one of my favorite spots to come chill and just be alone, because a lot of the times you come up here and there's nobody here, nobody for miles to see. Look at this, it's just gorgeous. First thing I'm gonna do is go ahead and go about 1,500 feet in full auto and see if it keeps the signal. I am going to show you how to switch from full auto to 2.4 or 5 point. Here I am preaching about how desolate this place is usually when I come here, and there comes a wedding party. What I want to go ahead and do is start with the Air. I have 2 batteries right now with me, and I'm going to go ahead and see if we can do about 2,500 feet. I know there's tons of other videos out there that show you how far they can go, whether it's, you know, 10,000 feet or further or whatever. This video isn't about distance. This video is about a solid signal at a decent amount of distance away from yourself. We're gonna go ahead and check our settings first. For this video, I'm gonna leave the camera in auto just as a time saver, and so I don't have to worry about stopping, resetting. I know the camera in the picture is gonna change a little bit, but we'll just deal with that because this video isn't trying to tell you how to get the best video shots. It's just testing and showing you how to change it from auto to manual. Whew, that was a lot of dirt. Now you can see why I like flying up here so much. That's Buffalo Mountain. Let's go ahead and go this way. This way my antennas are pointed directly with the drone the whole time. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go and check our signal. So right now we are connected to a 2.4 channel, and we're gonna go ahead and see how it does. And I am gonna fly just along the banks of the lake. We have 20 satellites, which is even better than when we were in Austin. It's gonna really suck having to get this if it falls, but at least it won't be in the water. Now, the interesting thing is I'm only showing that I'm 6 feet off the ground, but because I'm in the mountains, you can see how high I'm off the ground. And yes, it is so beautiful. We get a little high wind velocity. We have been having some gusty winds today. Go ahead and overlay right now what all the specs are for flying. Right now we're 1,700 feet away, and we're having no problems. We've got 1 bar on the Wi-Fi down. Usually at 500 feet up here, I'll get some little static here and there or whatnot. That's the thing I'm noticing with the Air, is it seems to be intermittent. Sometimes it happens, and sometimes it doesn't. Right now I'm at 2,500 feet at 2.4, and I'm having no problems. I'm impressed. And in my other video, this is not how it was working at all. So we're gonna go ahead and take it to 35. God, that's beautiful. I mean, just look at this for a second. All right, so now I'm having all kinds of issues. As soon as I start turning the drone, I was having issues. So now I'm pointed right back to myself. I'm way over there on that peak. As you can see, it's starting to have some problems. I'm just turning it back and forth at 3,500 just to see if that happens again. But we are gonna go ahead and take it back. Let's stop while we're flying. I'm gonna go ahead and check signal. We're still on the current channel of 2. It's really not showing anything. We're gonna go ahead and bring it back, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to manually select one, and then we'll try it again. Man, it is beautiful. Look at that. when I'm filming is I'll stop like this and I'm going to take a couple pictures. My gosh, look at that. Oh, look at that. If you guys want to see stuff where I just make drone-only videos with stuff like this, with some nice music to it, and I just get some nice cinematic shots with mountain stuff instead of tutorials, let me know in the comments, because that would be really easy to do. And I've got this kind of stuff all around me, so I could come out and find different spots all the time. There's too much dirt on the ground. I want to take off it, scattered it everywhere, and I didn't want to land in that. So to manually switch your mode, you want to go ahead and click the three little dots on the top right of the screen, go down to the Wi-Fi looking bars right in the middle, and then you're going to see auto and custom. But if we go to custom, you'll see everything changes, and I have this channel index down here at the bottom, right? And you can see all the red that's unstable around me. And most of it's in the 2.4 range. There's a few in the 5.8, and that's the 149, 153, 157, 161, and 165. Just by selecting that, it changes. So I'm gonna switch it to 149. We'll see what happens with 165. You see how all these bars just change? It's really hard to know if you're on the right one or not. It makes sense that you would wanna leave it in auto just so that it will do what it's supposed to do. If it actually does do what it's supposed to do, that's the big question. Is it doing what it's supposed to do? I was in the middle of nowhere, much less city interference in Austin, Texas, and yet I got tons of interference. Let's go ahead and try this. We're on 161. We've got a full battery, so we're gonna try and do the same flight. This time I'm gonna hand launch because I don't want dirt all in my drone.
Has been updated. Please check it on the map.
So it shows that I'm about 2 feet off the ground. That's not true, as you can see. I'm only 5'8". I'm over my head. It's because I hand launched. It thinks that's its starting point. That's plenty high for the route that I'm gonna go. So I'm not even gonna go any higher. I'm gonna leave it right here. We're just gonna skim the same exact area. So far, so good. Looks like we have full signal. We're fast approaching 800 feet. Now, a lot of people have told me that at 5.8, they never see these kind of interruptions like what we did when I had it on auto in Austin. That's interesting. I got the high wind velocities warning in almost the exact same spot as the first time. And whoa, 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 whoa. Does that have anything to do with the fact that my battery on my phone just gave me a warning? Huh. That's a first. I guess if any of you guys know the mobile CPU warning, that seems to be new to me. For some reason, it's giving me that warning. I'll look into that later. But overall, this is definitely working just fine. Now, we are at 4,000 feet. This is not something I suggest you do, completely not over anything. That doesn't mean something couldn't happen badly. Fingers crossed it doesn't. We're gonna go ahead and turn around and bring it back. We'll see if anything happened. Right now, you see, unlike last time, I'm turning and there's no issues. I'm actually facing away, and you see the signal drops down to 1 bar. If I turn around and face towards it, you see how it jumps back up? It's dropping back and forth, and it's up, and it's down. So that is why they tell you to make sure to point these at your aircraft. So my battery is just giving me the 10% warning. I am not gonna have time to fly this again, and I'm not gonna have time to fly the Mavic Pro today. I'm gonna go ahead and bring this back in, wrap this video up, give you guys my final thoughts on all this. If you'd like to see me do this again, then I will. And I'll also bring the Mavic Pro out and see how far I can go on that, because I feel much more confident with that. But I am very impressed with today's results. Why does any of this matter? Let me tell you why. When you're flying, you're using your phone to see the picture, to see what the drone sees. And if it's staticky and jerky and you really can't tell what's going on when you're moving the controller around, then it's really hard to get a smooth shot. Now, if you're a hobbyist and you don't really care what your shot looks like, none of this really matters too much to you. But if you are trying to step your game up with better footage, better end results, this is very important to you. So what your drone sees is recording onto your SD card. And what you saw with the green breakup choppy footage, well, that's just what you see. The drone actually doesn't see that. You can see side by side here. This is what I saw while I was flying in Austin and had that really bad breakup. And this is what the drone was recording at the exact same time. This is really only going to mess me up if it loses total signal and I can't really tell where the drone is, or if I'm trying very hard to film something precisely. That's when this is really gonna come into play. Say you're out filming your kid. She's on her bicycle, he's on his scooter, whatever. Then you're trying to get the shot and all of a sudden it gets all staticky and you're looking at your phone. Next thing you know, you're smacking into the neighbor's house, a parked car on the side of the road. Your lag is now affecting the way you're controlling the drone. That's what we don't want to have with these. That's why lag is something we want as little as possible of. So those who have stayed along this far, you're here to hear my final results, my final thoughts, and what do I think of the Air and the Pro when it comes to OcuSync or the Wi-Fi connection that the Air has. After testing it in Austin and in Colorado, I've got to say that it's still semi-inconclusive. It's ridiculous that we have to manually go in and select the channel to get the best results. I think that the auto feature should be doing that for us. The majority of users are going to log in, set up, leave it on auto, and fly. Some are gonna have issues, some aren't. For now, it's something all of us who own an Air need to be aware of, that we can go in there and manually switch to 5.8. Myself and many others who I've spoken to since starting this video a week or so ago have stated they have much stronger and better results with less interference using 5.8. I'm not saying that every time you use 5.8 it's gonna be better. It is something that is nice that you can do if you need to do. I really appreciate everybody sticking through this. It took me a lot longer to get this edited than I thought it would. Hopefully it made a little difference for you. Hopefully somebody learned something through this, and if so, that's pretty awesome. Thanks a lot, everybody. Please share this video, share another video, help me spread the channel so that I can make more time to make more videos like this that are more extensive, as well as others that will be fun. I have a lot of stuff in the works and some interesting things to announce soon, so stay tuned, click subscribe, like the video, all that other good stuff, smash everything, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks so much.